Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. My name is Hello Good Game, and I'm pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide video for Final Fantasy. Super exciting. I've always loved Final Fantasy games growing up, and today we get to play with some new cards, including Jenova, Ancient Calamity, and Vincent Valentine. We'll be breaking down our deck list for this Golgari Midrange deck in depth, discussing our strategies as well as synergies, providing you with a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively in the current meta. Furthermore, going a little bit more in depth and then demonstrating all of that within our ranked gameplay footage, having very successful climb with this deck into Diamond 3 and really just tearing it up. It's a fantastic build on a already powerful archetype. So we'll be going through all of the kind of the meta matchups and the individual playlines there, right? And of course, we'll conclude the video with our channel news, deck review, and everything groovy that we can possibly think of, right? Kind of discussing how the deck performed and where we can go with the deck in the future, right? So if you want to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you all so much. But most importantly, I suppose, is just kick back, relax, and enjoy today's video. So this is Jenova's Witness. We're going to be knocking on some doors today with the Ancient Calamity, a 4-mana, 1/5 legendary creature. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature equal to Jenova's power. Which is great, and that target creature will become a mutant in addition to its other types. And whenever a mutant you control dies during your turn, you're going to draw cards equal to its power, which can be pretty aggressive, right? It de-incentivizes your opponents to remove those creatures before they remove Jenova to mitigate that draw ability. Because, I'm sure you're familiar, some of the most powerful words in the game of Magic the Gathering will be draw a card. And then if you can draw multiple cards, you're really winning. And that's going to bring us into the Demon Wall, another 2-mana card within the Final Fantasy set, a 3/3 defender with menace. And as long as this creature has a +1 counter on it, it can attack as though it did not have defender. Typically you have to pay 6 for this, but because we have Jenova applying +1 counters at the beginning of combat, that's going to turn this into a 4/4 with menace, and that is fantastic, considering that it's also a demon and unlocks our Unholy Annex. Now, this isn't a new card, but we may as well talk about it while we're here. For 3 mana, you're going to draw a card, and if you control a demon, your opponent's going to lose 2 life, and you gain 2 life. If you don't have the demon, you're just going to lose 2 life. Of course, for 5, you can make the 6/6 demon with flying as well. But why pay 5 when you can pay 2? Right, so that's fantastic with the Demon Wall entering the deck here for us. And then I guess our other new card will be Vincent Valentine for 4, a 2/2, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, we're going to put a +1/+1 counter on it equal to its power, which is great. And whenever Vincent attacks, you can transform it into the Galleon Beast, a 3/2 with trample and lifelink. When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped. So it's not uncommon to get Vincent, up to a 7/7 or maybe a 10/10 even, right? And then transform it, the trample, consistent damage output. The lifelink is going to, help sustain you through any of those aggro matches as well, which is really nice. So that's kind of what we're working with here. There is some removal in the deck to help support Vincent's ability. 3 copies of Cut Down, instant speed, 1 mana, destroying total power 5, and toughness 5 or less at instant speed, which is great for 1. Strategic Betrayal, another removal spell here for 2 as sorcery, exiling creature they control, and then exiling their graveyard as well, which is nice. Gix's Command for 5 at sorcery can have opponents sacrifice creature with the greatest power among creatures that they control. It can also destroy each creature with power 2 or less, which can turbo stack Vincent, as well as putting those +1/+1 counters on a creature. We like to put those on Jenova, and then she can transfer those counters to other creatures, which is quite nice. And of course, we can grab 2 creatures from our grave back into our hand as well, and we get to choose 2 of the 4, which is pretty decent, I think. A really good spell here for the deck. Lily is just a great spell here. She has removal as well, -2. Target player sacrifices a creature for 3 mana, 3 starting loyalty, +1. Each player will discard a card. That's fine because we have so much draw in the deck that it doesn't really hinder us too much. And -6, separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles, and they're going to sacrifice the pile of their choice, which is fine. Ramping into the deck with Llanowar Elves, which is great. Draw through the Dread Whispers at Sorcery Adventure through the Mosswood Dread Knight, drawing a card, losing 1 life. It itself is a 3/2 for 2 with Trample, and when it dies, you can recast it from the grave as the Adventure until our next turn, which is crazy powerful as far as applying pressure, being a blocker, and drawing you cards. I love the Mosswood Dread Knight, and works really, really nicely with Jenova. Glissa also, I guess, acting as removal, as she can destroy an enchantment if she does combat damage to a player, and the First Strike Death Touch acting as a defensive posture-based removal. Whenever you deal damage, you can also draw a card, lose 1 life, or remove 3 counters from a target permanent, which is great here as well if you needed. An enchantment-based meta with all the new summons, so we really like Glissa in the meta here. As we kind of always do, though, right? And speaking of things we always like in the meta, Sheoldred the Apocalypse. We're going to be drawing a ton of cards with Jenova, with Annex, and why not just toss Shelly in there to gain some life for those draws. Whenever you draw a card, gain 2 life. As a 4/5 with Death Touch, and whenever your opponent draws a card, they're going to lose 2 life, which is pretty decent as well, chipping away at them. We have the Cottage as the 4/4 that creates a food as a land that can attack, which is nice. Passage and Verge for consistency, and then just some basic lands to seal up the deck for us here today. So, deck list in the description below. I hope you enjoy. I know I certainly have been liking not only Jenova, but Vincent quite as well. I mean, obviously, Demon Wall is fantastic, and then the fact that Demon Wall pairs so well with Jenova's +1 counter ability, further allowing us to accumulate value with that draw if something dies. Oh, man, it's just... it's good. Like, we can outpace a lot of the aggro decks, and we have the long game sustainability to compete against the control decks as well, as you'll see in today's footage. So leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, but kick back, relax, most importantly, and enjoy today's gameplay. Let's go. Going first, I love that we have Jenova in hand. I quite enjoy that. Miss Maya demanding that I make her some room on the desk, as all cute cats do. Alright, cut down is open into Liliana. We'll just play Glissa if we don't need Lily. And then Jenova on top. You gonna come cuddle or what? Gonna prowl. Jenova out. Counterspell, question mark? Removal, question mark? Yes. Oh, it's a mill deck. Okay. Jenova's in play. He's watching the cards. Oh, there's the big old mill. No block, take the damage. Down to 25 already, that's brutal. I'm gonna toss our cut down here. Obviously removal's not necessary. Jenova doesn't have a target, sadly. Oh, I'm missing the land. Ugh, don't really want to do that. Are they going to double down on it? A little aggressive. What's one card? It's better to have card advantage, I think, than be scared of the mill out. You do need cards to win. Man, you're doing it again. Brutal.
It's no fun when they hit back.
And this was a fat draw that I don't really like against a mill deck either. One Jace to win. Okay. They could have made me draw 7, potentially if they killed a token. Yeah, they do. Oh, no. That's not a kill. Good game. I mean, I think they've got us too, right? Alright, well, that's really good sportsmanship. Just take the game, dude. Well, I guess I'll check my emails.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us. I pull one and your entire
Yes. On the draw, keeping 7. Love to see Llanowar Elves here. Bit of reunion in Reanimator deck they want haste with. Yep, Golta. Okay. We can get in the grave. If we find our strategic betrayal. How quick do they get there? This surveils 1. Oh, that's not a second black source. Missing Shelly, but that's fine. We'll play Glissa. Take our damage instead. They're already good gaming me. Like, they've got it. Gotta love it. Oh, that brings it back. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's really impressive. Still 14 additional damage there with a Kogla attack. Right, land in play, a little slow here. Forgot we were recording. They started with a ley line, which is really good, but with Gothel removal, and that's going to be a big help for us along this journey. And we want to keep their health total low, so I'm going to get that Dread Knight in. It can attack with trample, confirmed damage output. Should mitigate anything they've got going on. And wow, this is like taking candy from a baby here. Easy peasy lemon squeeze, easy. Goodbye. All right, going for, I mean, Demon Wall, Annex, like, come on. I'm a mono black deck. Keeping it. Control deck, I think, which is bad. So they've got the field wipes. The Forge is really good against us too, right? Carrot, yeah, totally is, totally. Let's get some long-term value generating then. Straight with the Annex. Save this one for post-field wipe. Get Lily out. Spread that value, right? Creature, enchantment, planeswalker. Well, okay. The draw here saving us. Jenova's going to save us too. Oh, okay. That's good. Push up that Demon Wall and hit. It drops Defender. It has Menace. It has Menace. I wouldn't do both. Settle down. You don't have to block it. Just take the damage. Yeah, okay. I might just hold on to this for now. Ooh, main phase draw? Okay. Untapped creatures. Just killing Jenova. Not bad. It's a good play. It's a big part of my deck. Don't mind if I do, Hugh. This is Exile, though. For 4 again, down to 10. I think there's going to be a field wipe here. No block. Down to 20. Tap, and then split up again on Vincent? Question mark? Ooh, that's fat. We get the Demon Wall still, though. Can they finish with a no? I mean... let's smash. I like Lily with a plus on the forest.
A fight? And you think you can win?
That's fine. And then I think Mosswood can defend. I might not put Glissa at risk yet in case there's another field wipe. get lost on Lily. That's one way to deal with it. Token copy draw. That's good too, right? And then is this lethal? 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Good game. They dunked on us by killing our Jenova right away, so we didn't really get to showcase that, but Golgari's just always so strong, it feels like. Going first, you know, there's no ramp here, but it's something that I like to see in my opening hand, considering how prominent the combo deck is with Omniscience, and how early it hits, right? It's not like something you just need to find by turn 7. It's like you have to have that on turn 4 or you lose. Right, so kind of nice just to have it. Oh, but this is the Is It deck, so that's a little different. We want to definitely get in with Sheoldred, with our Annex, gain that life, and look for a Gix's Command. Looking for that third land. Big money, no whammies. Kind of. Just play it as a creature. Pass over. It's exiled too. Nice. Torch the tower. It's gonna be a green source, I guess. Could be a counterspell, you know? But we have 2 of them, so just go for it. Oh, and that's okay. I mean, we have another. We can get this out pre-Gix Command against a token build. That would be pretty lit. Oh, it's not, though. It's a just graveyard filler. Which is going to suck. I mean, this is brutal. This might be game winning. I can pay 2. Oh, no! And then Demon Wall's back. Brutal, dude. That's a good turn for us. Because they want to have a graveyard filled with instants and sorceries, and we just took it all away. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh no. See, and that Strategic Betrayal, just such a great card. Removal and Graveyard Control for 2? Oh, fantastic. And we didn't even have to pay the ward because it's non-targeted. Right, tap land via passage. Our opponent is in with turn 1 council. Life gain is important to them, so I'm going to deal trample damage immediately. And just hit with creatures as hard as I can. Or it's a control deck. Okay, they're going to take strategic. Ha! We got another one. Glissa is out. They're going to gain life. It's untapped. Let's hit for 3 to 18. I think it's more of a control deck than a life gain deck. And yeah, oh, brutal, dude. Nice. Okay. Mosswood's back. We appreciate. Cast that. Land in Mosswood back in. Not too shabby. Alright, let's hit for 3. Vincent attempts entry. So we want to get rid of our cut down. It's probably useless. Dude. Oh no, that's only second. I thought that was third. Losing Vincent's bummer. Mosswood back, which is good. That might be our saving grace here, right? Okay, we're gonna toss that cut down.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
Dave, single target? Brutal.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
You dog.
Be outsmarting me.
Okay, go for the throat. 2 cards in hand. That's where we're gonna beat them. The Fountain Port's kind of annoying. That can generate value, but it's slow. And this should get it.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things. Drop it.
Command can bring back our creatures. Let's just spend that mana. Demon Wall can go. At this point, just an Annex for the flying demon would be better. Oh, a land! That's not good. Lily to 3.
Regret that.
Mid-range OP. Let's grab our creatures back. Counters on Mosswood. Glissa Vincent. Good game. Going first with all of the Llanowar Elves. I guess it'll be good. Or it won't be. Too much of a good thing sometimes is a bad thing, right? One of them is great. 2 of them is a little weird. 3 of them? Oh man, that's awkward. Unless they destroy one. Which they probably will. I like the trample. If they're using a Dimir deck, it's like some destroy spells, right? So, destroying the Dread Knight's not great. Returning it to our hands also not great because the adventure, like either way, is kind of bad. Scrying to the top. Land in, take the token. Creature in play. Hit for 4 and overcommit with our final creature. Well, there's not a field. Well, there actually is malicious malfunction for 3. It would definitely dunk on us. I think this is Esper Pixie, though. And I'm not sure that's something they run. Nah. Okay. Fearing that back and replaying it. Which is pretty good, right? What? Man, that's crazy. And this is really cool because I like don't have anything else to do on the turn, so I appreciate it. Just, that's not funny. All right, we're about to assemble Exodius. Here we've got the 4 pieces, just looking for our 5th Llanowar Elf. Come on, Shuffler, what is this? 4 Llanowar Elves, dude. Crazy. I'm just going all in, man. Take one of the elves. Take two of them for all I care. Bounce the chaser back, which is pretty good. I mean, I have 5 land. The elves do nothing for me at this point. Oh, and then returning the Dreadwood back. Big hit though still, right? Take that draw. Ooh. Hello, you. And then just replay it. Land and play, let's go, right? Just continual pressure and renewal. Because how many times have I replayed these Dread Knights now? A few. That's pretty cool. Just bounce it back again. Then replay it again. It's not bad. But Shelly should take advantage of them at this point. Good game. Okay, going first. I like the hand. Let's keep 7. We've got good ramp with the elf. We'll probably play cottage on 2 with a mosswood. Control deck, brutal. It's okay though. Sheoldred on 3. That's gonna pull single target removal for sure. Ooh, High Noon is really good. Let's hit for 3. Hold our breath. No single target off the start. Land in. Pyroclasm. Taking out 2 of our bros. Still only 1 spell a turn though. I'm going to maintain advantage, and this will be my spell, sadly. We can't replay it, but we can attack for 4, and then draw us 2 to 9. I think they can sack High Noon for 5, which is next turn. Land in play with Cottage to attack. Swinging for 8. Taking the card, making the treasure. Does it pay off? Helix on us to gain life to 12. And they're down to 2 after the draw. Rest in peace, taking care of the graveyards. Irrelevant. Let's gain some life. Land in, tap it. For a sack, grab a swamp. Cottage is back in play for immediate damage. Swinging in, nothing in the grave. And I don't think it matters what they do. Good game. That Restless Cottage really saving us here, I think. Hey man, that's Diamond 3. That's pretty good, right? We're ranking up with this deck. All right, let's keep 7 here. I like the hand. Elfin on 1. That's going to open up a turn 3 Vincent, maybe. I don't know. If we're lucky. If we're lucky, they'll also play tokens. Oh! Turn 2 Glissas. Definitely not bad. Alright. We coming for you today. Demon Wall, that's so cute. Playing Unholy Annex after. Ha! It's an artifact. Nice replacement draw. We do have a Gix next turn. +1 counters, sacrifice their strongest creature. Play an Annex, I dare you. Such a good playline, though. Turn 2 Demon Wall, turn 3 Annex. Come on. Glissa kind of messes that up, though, doesn't she? What? Dude. Dude. This is great. To 7 and then consequently to 10. It's gonna give it to you. Transforming. Galleon Beast hits for 11. Dang, bruh. Good game, dude. Oh, man, that was aggressive. They sacrificed their wall to deal with Glissa, which was probably the appropriate play, but that pushing up Galleon Beast, or at the time Vincent, is so deadly, dude. That's crazy. All right, all right. Jenova's Witness, definitely knocking on some doors today. Ranking up for us, which I appreciate. You know, getting into Mythic for you all is my goal every month, and then we can kind of try new decks at the very top of the meta. Summoner's Grimoire, a card that I like that we could potentially play, but I couldn't really find a payoff for it. Like, you want to play some of these expensive summons, and we were looking kind of at Summon Titan, but then chose not to. Fade from History, destroying artifacts and enchantments could potentially be good because there's a lot of those going around, right? The Shrieker is a mutant for Jenova right out of the gate. Slasher has the recursive nature, which we like to use, but not necessary. And the Vermin, when it dies, that minus is kind of cool. I don't even know why that's here, though. But I mean, I must have been thinking about it at some point, right? So just to go over it. And then Virtue, I like to remove and bring things back, but currently there's just so much graveyard hate because of Omniscience that I just don't think we need it. I don't think it's good enough currently, and it just has no value late game because you're going to have an empty graveyard anyways. So that's the deck. If you have any suggestions, any ways for us to improve the build, let me know in the description below. I'd love to hear the feedback. I'm thinking if we could maybe focus more on Jenova, which is like the talents, right? That's something I'd like to see put into the deck. Potentially the Innkeeper's Talent would be really nice here. And then, like, what about a sacrifice engine, right? So we could force the death of our own Dread Knight, maybe deal damage equal to its power to our opponent, which we just padded up with Jenova, and then we can draw a card, lose life, and replay it, rinse and repeat, right? I'd like to maybe condense the deck a little bit more around that. But with that being said, we're winning a lot of games. It's hard to change something that's not broken, but always room for improvement. And I think that part of the deck was working really, really nicely, right? And then, like things that we, I guess, didn't necessarily need, which are still great, like the Command, Lily, the removals up for debate, but it should be some removal there anyways. Llanowar Elves is nice to ramp as well. It's hard to remove. And like we're keeping this. I guess this is on the debate pile as well if we're going to really focus in. I like to keep Vincent, though, new card that I like. Yeah. Maybe something that sacrifices like a permanent that can do it. I don't know if we have anything. I'd have to go look. If you have any ideas, comments below. Again, thank you all so much. Have a magical day. Check out some other content. We've got a bunch of it on the channel here for you for the new Final Fantasy decks, and really enjoying it myself. So cheers, and I'll see you soon in the next.